Hey everybody, Yankee here. Today I want to talk about how some people in the gun community are calling me a hypocrite because of how I won't buy certain guns, but I will buy other ones. Now, before I get into that, I do want to apologize for the paint on my shirt here. I was painting some trim in the house and I leaned over it right before I came out here to film this video and didn't realize it until I got out here, and I ain't going back inside and changing. So we were just going to have to deal with this. Make all the jokes you want to make about what this is on my shirt, but I assure you, it's paint. But as I was saying, I want to talk about how some people are saying I'm a hypocrite because they say I won't buy guns from Turkey because I don't like the Turkish nation, and I won't buy guns from Springfield Armory because I don't like the ownership and how they did the gun community dirty, how they turned on their own. But then people say, well, you're a hypocrite though, and you pick and choose because you will buy guns from like Walther. You know, guns that were owned by members of the Nazi Party. So you're supporting fascism by buying these other guns. You say you won't buy from Turkey because of the things they do, their human rights violations, the way they treat other people, etc. But you'll buy guns from the Third Reich. Well, I hate to break it to some of you out there, but I don't know if you know this or not, but the Third Reich fell quite a while ago. It was in all the papers. I do believe they even made a couple documentaries about it, about how those people aren't in charge anymore. And therefore, when you buy their product, you're not really supporting those people. In fact, the people that were in charge of it back in the 1940s, and who may have themselves been members of the Nazi Party, whether they wanted to be or not, well, those people are dead. They're not running the company anymore. In fact, a lot of these companies have been sold 2 or 3 times since then. So this notion that if you buy Walther or other German guns, Sig Sauer, etc., you're supporting fascism, well, that's completely ridiculous. It's stupid. That's like saying that I'm responsible for slavery. It's kind of the same thing. If you're in the gun community and you're saying, well, you're supporting this and that and this by buying these German guns, these Nazi guns, you're saying, well, then if these people that are in charge now are responsible for what their great-great-grandparents did when they owned the company, or their ancestors when they worked for the company or whatever, because like I said, ownership's usually different now. If they're responsible for that, well, then I'm responsible for my family members that owned slaves. That's the same kind of thinking. And it doesn't have any place in my comment section or the gun community whatsoever. I think it's just ridiculous. People want to look for a reason to call me a hypocrite for some reason, because that's one thing I don't like is hypocrisy. I don't support hypocrisy. I don't like it when gun channels are all about freedom, free speech, until someone else says something they don't want to hear, and they're like, the government should do in there guns ablazing. You know, those kind of people. The people that are like, I don't want government involved in my life, but I want to write all these laws about how people have to live their personal lives. You know, those kinds of hypocrites. And I call them out all the time, so a lot of times they look for a reason to call me a hypocrite. But here's the reality. Like I said, those people that run these companies now are not responsible for what their ancestors did. And just like I'm not responsible for what my ancestors did. Now, I can recognize the damage they did, and I can even try to make up for it if I choose to. Just like those people can do the same thing. But that doesn't mean they're responsible. You know, that's a different thing entirely. So this whole garbage idea that you're supporting fascism by buying guns from these previously communist companies or previously Nazi companies even, it's just ridiculous. And no, it is not hypocritical. So no, buying from them is, if they were doing something currently, that would be one thing. If they were involved in something I didn't believe in right now, like say, if Sig Sauer said, well, we only think the military and law enforcement should have guns, I'd never buy another Sig Sauer again. If Sig Sauer was supporting white supremacist groups, I'd never buy another Sig Sauer again, but they're not doing those things. Wanting to hold them accountable for things their ancestors did is ridiculous. And like I said, it's along the same line of thinking that people who are pushing for reparations believe in. So no, it is not hypocritical. And no, I still will not buy guns from Springfield Armory, not unless they're used and then I'm giving the money directly to another person and it's not being used to pay the debt owed to Springfield Armory, like if you buy it from a retailer or a distributor. So I will not buy first-hand Springfield Armories or anything from Turkey. In fact, there's not a lot from Turkey I want anyway. I would like one of those triple barrel shotguns, but I can never find one used at a time when I actually have money. So, yes, I will stick to my guns when it comes to not buying from certain companies that I don't like. Springfield Armory, Turkish companies, etc. Canik. But no, it is not the same thing as supporting a company that used to have some kind of shady ties, but doesn't now. Not the same thing. It's not hypocritical. Supporting those companies, buying those guns, does not support fascism.